Right now, I'm about to make a chocolate rose, a white chocolate rose. So I've got some white chocolate. I'm going to go a little bit left, so hopefully it'll make it. Now I just put the white chocolate in the microwave for 8 seconds, but really just do it 30 seconds at a time and check on it. If you've got to slow them out, 10 seconds at a time, because white chocolate melts really quickly and you don't want to burn it. Okay, that's fully melted now. Took about 50 seconds, but don't do the 50 seconds all at once because you'll get bits melting quicker than other bits, and those are the bits that will burn. Okay, then you grab a really, and I mean really clean paintbrush, sterilized, like boiling hot water, and you're going to get these rose petals, which I have washed, gathered from gardens, and we're going to paint the white chocolate onto the back of them. Paint it onto the back of the petal so that the top is actually what has all the texture. It makes it look so realistic. You know, we're not just making petal shapes. If I wanted that, just do some collateral. And you've got to make sure it's thick enough that it's not going to break off when you try to peel the actual petal off too. So I've actually pulled apart a rose. You need really strong petals for this, ones that are going to hold their shape. So, back of the petal, just paint it on. I guess you could probably dip them. I've always done it with a paintbrush. Maybe it's just because I've always painted, so it comes naturally to me to do it with a paintbrush. Don't know. Make sure you don't overlap the chocolate onto the other side of the petal, because then it's going to make it really hard to get it off with a nice smoother edge. I just started using the dipping method, where I just dip the back, you know, pat it in so it touches it all. And it works really well because it also gives it an even look on the back rather than paintbrush strokes. It's very even, smooth. Just need to let a lot of the white chocolate run off because there's too much on it. Now, roses are, in fact, generally, as far as I can tell from the interwebs, edible. So, you know, you could actually just coat rose petals in white chocolate, or, you know, a whole rose in white chocolate, and it'll all be edible. Or you could just present a real rose and go, look, it's edible. But, you know, nobody really wants to put a rose petal in their mouth and try to eat it. Everybody's willing to put chocolate in their mouth. Most people, if they like white chocolate. Me, I love all chocolates equally. Sometimes I'm in a white chocolate mood, sometimes in a dark chocolate mood, sometimes I'm in a milk chocolate mood. But I'm almost always in a chocolate mood. Got to remember, don't make towards the ends of it too thin, because when it's set and you peel the rose away, it's just going to snap when you peel it away. So make sure you've got a thick coating of the edges of each petal, of the petals. After having peeled all the actual rose petals away from the chocolate, I then got myself this piece of foil and I cupped it in my hand and made it into a softer round shape so that I could then place the petals inside it, up actually in a position. So I put all the biggest petals around the side as much as possible, overlapping a little bit. You can see I've got them overlapping. And then I went in with the smaller ones, and again until I got there. And I haven't actually put anything in here to hold them together. They were quite soft in my hands, so they were kind of sticking to each other. So this isn't going to stay together forever. And normally I would have actually put it on melted chocolate and actually had it more of an open flower, but I had less petals this time. And I wanted to try something new. So I've tried this one, which is actually the rose, you know, as if it was on a actual... on the stalk. So you can see this one's already come off. What I'm going to do to hold together, instead of white chocolate, I'm actually going to get, I've got some green icing, butter icing, just made that up. I'm just going to put a big dollop here, and later I'm going to pull back and mold it into the shape of the actual head. You can already see that colour looks just beautiful against the white. It's going to look like I've just ripped off the poor rose and stuck it in my centerpiece. So I'm going to cut this whole bit back. So I'm going to freeze that for a bit till it's set nicely. If you like it, maybe depending on how firm you've made it, bring out bits so they can be like leaves later. And we put that in the freezer now.